Welcome everyone to the Team Up Or interview of Nicholas the Blue Whale. Today we're going to be asking him about his upcoming fight with Butter, Ethan the Butter, that is. So Nicholas, the fans want to know, how did you get into this particular sport?
That's a hard question. You got to start from the beginning. And it was just, everyone picked it up all at a certain time. I thought I might as well, hop on the bandwagon. And it's been a good ride so far.
Of course. Now, we all remember the event of a few months ago when you and the Goliath, Daniel, were supposed to fight together. And you did. But there was a bit of a mishap. How do you feel going forward? How are you going to rectify this? Will you be fighting the Goliath again?
I don't know. I don't know that I want to fight the Goliath anymore, only because he's very good, and you gotta know your strengths. You gotta know who's better, and it's okay to say you're not as good. Now you can want to get better, but obviously boxing being a physical sport, and since boxing is not my first sport, it doesn't make sense for me to go and injure myself and then, ruin that. But I'd like to see something, so I'd support if the Butter wants to continue after our fight and fight Goliath. I will be happy to train Butter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, all right. We'll keep that in. I'm sure he'll keep that in mind. Now going back to another previous fight, your fight with the Schneebies, as he's called around here.
Was it Convict?
Oh yeah, the Convict. Against your fight against Farhan the Convict. It was a.
Shut up.
Anyway. Well, that fight, there was a lot of confusion about the winner, but you did end up coming out on top. How did you feel about the fight looking back? Do you think that it was a blowout, or did you think it was close?
Mr. Press, I would like to go more PC. No, it was a good fight. I will say, I don't want to say this, but with Farhan, I knew I was going to win. There was no way. I mean, I'm such a sore loser, and I'll tell you again, I am a terrible loser. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. Because one, look how it happened. I proved my way, especially with the video footage. To me, it was a blowout. I didn't think it was too close. And I could see why. Obviously, it's a fight, so, you got to take everything into account. He did good. It was very unprofessional. It looked like a street fight with, people got the World Star cameras out. It was not a very good fight, let's say, technical-wise. But, spirit-wise, I think I won, and it was a good fight. I'd rematch Sneebies only because he's undermatched, but other than that, no, cut that out. I'm not saying that to Sneebies. Yeah, no. But other than that, it was a good time.
That's good. So we got to know, is there anything that you feel separates you from the other fighters in this league that we got here?
I would say the other league, with me, I don't want to hurt any feelings, but I definitely feel I'm the most fit and athletic one, and that means absolutely nothing in the sport of boxing.
Look at Nate Robinson.
What?
Look at Nate Robinson.
I know. Yeah, you can see some of the guys out here that have all these physical attributes, but if you can't throw a punch or block a punch, and I feel boxing is one of the sports where even though you think it may be 80% physical, it's literally 80% technical because you're in hand-to-hand combat. It's like physical at this point really doesn't matter. It's more about how you land punches, how you block punches, and it's a different game. But I would say just the amount of practice that I go into, training my body. I try to eat healthy. Sometimes we splurge a bit, but the cardio, the fitness, I feel like I have an edge. What I'm trying to work on or get the edge on is being more technical.
All right, for sure. Now let's wrap this up with two more questions. First off, what do you think your plan is going in this fight? If whatever you want to give away here today, of course, there's some things you got to keep under wraps. But
just practice, heavy practice, as everyone. You got to respect your opponent, but you also got to want to beat them, and it's hard, especially being good friends. At the end of the day, we're here to entertain, but we're also here to knock each other out. So you got to have a point where sometimes you got to draw the line, because when you're coming into a game, when you fight somebody and you physically hurt them, it's seen on a different level. So you gotta be an entertainer, you gotta be a friend, but you also gotta be a fighter.
For sure. Now the final question, just any words that you want to say to the Goliath or the Butter or any of your fellow fighters here today. What do you want to say to the league coming up for this fight? What do you want them to know going in?
What do I want them to know? Practice hard and, just follow it, stick with it, and eventually you'll make it.
Alrighty, everyone. That was Nicholas, the Blue Whale. Make sure you catch the Team Up or fight coming out next week. More dates will be finalized soon. I'm out.